doing sports edits, you need to make sure you're doing the right frame rate, because when we film our sports, we film at 60 frames per second or higher. So you got to make sure that when you are creating your project that you set the 24 frames per second, 23.984, same thing basically. Make sure you're setting that, and of course using the proper name for the project. You should name it the same as the event just so you can find it and locate it easier. All right, so there, oh, there's already one like that, so I've got to go V2 on that. All right, so I've got a clip here that Venus filmed, and she, nice job on this, but she also named it Goal, which is fantastic. That's this one here. I'm going to go and drag that down. You can drag it down or just hit E on the keyboard and it does the same thing. Now I'm hitting Shift Z to stretch it out. I'm going to trim the beginning of the clip here just a bit because we've got, we're going to get to right where the action starts, where she's chasing the ball. Like, we'll start here. I'm going to go ahead and hit Shift Z again so it fills the screen. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's this full height just so you can see it better. All right, so now we'll play it. She makes a cutback and then kicks the ball into the goal. All right, so what I'm going to do is take it from the point where she does her cutback here and do the slow motion part. So I'm going to hit B on the keyboard, just hold B, let off B, so it goes back to the A tool. And then do the same thing here to where we're going to slow-mo just the action part of it. All right, like to that, press B again, do that. Okay, now I go back to A, click on the clip part, go to this little tool here and go to instant replay. Usually we do about 50% speed. All right, so it adds this little deal to the top and slows it down to 50%. I would go to 40% because that's actually down to the full frame rate that we have that we can use of 24 frames per second. So now we'll play it. And she takes the shot. Boom. Goes in. Now here's the slow motion part. Now, I would probably dip or duck the audio because it's kind of... And there it goes. And then it picks up normal speed right there. Okay, one thing you do is cut here to do that. And then dip the audio down manually like that. And also you want to take it and do the fades. Okay? Command Shift Z again. Now let's see how this looks. Instant replay. And of course we want to go ahead and dip this fade here too, so that it fades out into... Okay. As you can see, she's approaching the goal, taking her shot. Now, one thing I would do here is consider using the Ken Burns effect on this, because you could push in a little bit. All right, so what I would do is select this and hit Shift-C on the keyboard, or you can just come here and go to crop, which is the same thing, and it will bring up those options of the Ken Burns effect. And we want to push in a little bit, so I'm going to move this over just a bit and hit done and see how that looks, because it's going to push in as she approaches the goal. And there she goes, and bam, kicks it. You know, I was thinking maybe we cut a little bit off of her run-up, but nah, I like it. So anyway, here we go. Let's go ahead and fade that. Fade the end. And actually, I'm going to take a look at when the celebration's really over, which I guess is about right there-ish, so we'll trim it down. I have a little trouble with my mouse here. There we go. After the celebration, and they run back. Okay, so now let's go ahead and play it through. And as you can see here, it's pushing in for the with the Ken Burns effect. You can probably do a little bit more, but it does jump to that, which you can also reverse the Ken Burns effect if you want on here, but I think it looks fine. I may go ahead and make it a little bit more extreme, so Shift-C on the keyboard, and I'm going to go ahead and push in a little bit more to that part. Now let's see what that looks like. We can review it very quickly here. So it goes from this to a tighter push in for the goal and her celebration right there. Now I don't like that it's pushed up too high, so I'm going to go ahead and correct that. Shift-C and move the box back down so it doesn't cut her as much. I want to be able to see her more. Okay, yeah, still cutting your legs off. Go back in. You can leave this open too. You don't have to actually close it. You can just leave it there and then just watch how it goes through like that. Okay, now we'll play it. And she shoots and scores. Pretty cool. That's it. That's all you got to do to make this thing work. All right. Let's go Texans. Go Texan TV.